right, that's where it's streaming to. Go hit the back button on encoder. Go to OBS, Zoom. I don't think we're live. Hit update title.
Where's that?
Over to the right. And then just change the title.
Change to what?
Let's put in there. Um, this mindset will stop success. Prevent. And it's mindset, M-I-N-D. Yeah. Uh-uh. It's put this mindset is stopping you from success. This mindset is. All right, hit update all. It's showing it on the screen. Isn't that crazy? All right, I guess go back and go ahead and hit. It's moving slow. All right, you bring it because it's showing on the it's showing on Facebook what we're seeing on the screen. So go ahead and bring me back up to camera two. All right, guys. So it's not gonna work. And now we're now live again, so I got to start all the way over, right? I don't even know what happened to the first live or the first feed. So, I don't know what happened to the first feed. So let's just start over, right, guys? Well, first of all, thank you guys for being here, guys. If you're actually watching the replay, hit the word replay in the chat, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not really sure what's going on. We're going live from the studio today, and typically how we actually enter into the studio, Facebook from the studio, we had to go a different direction because it wasn't working. We was having some technical difficulties. So now I can't see the chat, but I was trying to see the chat and we messed it up. So forgive me for the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry. But we're talking about this kind of mindset will stop or prevent success, right? And for so long we've been talking about a wealth mindset, and we've heard it over and over and over again. Wealth mindset, a wealth mindset, a wealth mindset. A money mindset, a money mindset, a money mindset. We've heard it over and over again, but nobody's ever taught us what it is. We've never really discussed what it is. And I guarantee you, if we put into the chat and ask the question, what is a money mindset? What is a wealth mindset? We will probably get different answers, several of them, because we've never defined it. We never talked about what it is. And once we talk about what it is, how do I actually get one? So on yesterday, we talked about different inputs and different outputs, right? That if you want to change your output, you must change your input. If you want to change the results, then you must change the cause. If you want to change, the harvest, then you must change the seed, right? This is, you would think to be common sense, but it really isn't. Because many times we want to change what we're doing without changing who we are. I want to say this kind of slowly and try to break this down. It was really, we said it yesterday, spent a lot of time setting this up. But yesterday we talked about how if you want to change your results, then the first thing that we should do is change our input. Once we change our input, what we actually are receiving into us, it will then change who we are. And then who we are will change what we do. And then what we do will then change the results. Many people want to change the doing without changing who we are. And it doesn't work. Because I can only will it or fake it for so long. Until I adopt a new set of beliefs and become something or someone different, I will never get and have the results that I'm looking for no matter what I do. So, yesterday we also spoke about how faith is belief in action, right? Faith is belief in action. Faith is something that can be seen. And so, first you have belief, right? Then, based on that set of belief, you have expectations. Based on that set of expectations, you now have action. Based on that action, we now can see your faith. And based on that faith, you now have manifestation. And that works for good things as well as for bad things. You still have a set of beliefs for something bad. You then, watch this, it's going to give you a pre-frame of how you see the world, what you do. You're going to then do whatever that pre-frame is that you have set of beliefs in. People will be able to see what you do, which is actually your faith. And then you're going to get the results. Here's the consequences. You say things like, watch this, that would never work for me. Right? Well, that is a set of beliefs. Consequently, by you having that set of beliefs saying that would never work for me, well, that then goes into who you are. As a result, what do? Nothing, because you don't believe it's going to work for you. So you never took an action, which is, inaction really is an action. I know it sounds crazy, but in action, your lack of doing nothing is still an action. You did what? Nothing. I can describe what you did, which was nothing. And the manifestation would equal what? Nothing. Now, let's take that same person and they say, it will work for me. And they really believe that it will work for me. Well, now that set of beliefs is what I have. I adopt that set of beliefs, and now I start doing the activities that I think is necessary based on what I believe can happen for me. People can now see my faith by what I'm doing, even though it has not happened yet, but I'm still working towards it. And then that's my faith, my belief in action, and then eventually it comes to pass. So, Dre, hand me those books up there for me, please. So, here's an example. I said I'm going to write 7 books. Right? Dre?
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Hand me those books up there for me, please. So, I said I'm going to write 7 books. Right? I'm going to write 7 books. And so, that was a belief. I believed that I could actually do it. Right? I believed that I could actually write this series, that I could write these books, and it's going to actually happen, for me, right? Great. Now, because I believed that I could do it, watch this, I then started doing, because I believed it, I now start doing the things necessary to write the books, such as, writing the outlines. Well, even before the outlines, what is going to be this series of books? What is the purpose of each book? Right? Then it was the outline for each book. Well, actually, really for book number 1. Right? So you say, okay, well, what's my thesis for the series? Right? At the end result, what is it that I want people to know about this series or about this series of books? Right? What result do I want them to get? All right, perfect. Then you start saying, book number 1, what do I want them to get out of it? Book number 2, what do I want them to get out of it? Book number 3, what do I get out of it? So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gives you a total fulfillment of the thesis for the series. Right? This is the mindset. Pre-framing. Then I started actually writing the books. Now, we ain't got no book, but my faith is already in action because I believe that I can write these books. It wasn't until my belief was in action, which is faith, faith is your belief is in action, that we now can see the tangible results of the books. But I had to first believe that I could. And then once the belief came, it changed my work ethic. Listen to me. It changed because I believed it. It changed the amount of research I was willing to do. It changed how many books I was willing to read. It changed the amount of digging and going to pull out things I was willing to tell. It even changed the stories that I was willing to share about myself, about my students. I became someone different Hear me, seriously. And I started doing something different. I wrote, books before, but I've never had been challenged like this. It's a totally different work ethic. I stopped answering the phones. Like, I owe so many people apologies. Matter of fact, I'm going to apologize now. If y'all did not talk to me in the last 4-5 months, I became somebody different. I was focused and intentional on getting this done. So there were some things that I chose not to do. Why? Because I adopted a new belief system. What's the belief system? That I'm going to write 7 books. And I did it in like 4 months. Like, that's all I did. I eat, slept, and drank books. TV, nope. Why? Because when I adopted a new belief system, it changed who I was, who then changed the habits that I had, the focus that I was focused on. People can now see my faith in action because I'm doing something different, and now we got the manifestation. Now, said all that, that's all yesterday. All right, so today we're talking about, well, what is the mindset? Guys, the mindset is nothing but the pre-framing. So I just told a story on the last one, but I'm going to tell it again, right? Just for people who just are watching this replay or watching this live. College class rather, is going to have a substitute teacher. The university is doing an experiment. They say, hey, we're going to do an experiment. We're going to give half the class his bio. The substitute teacher that's coming, we're going to give him the bio, and we're going to give another class, half the class, the same bio, except we're going to change one sentence. And that one sentence to half the class is going to be that this professor was wonderful. He's excellent. He is the kindest, most polite guy that you would ever meet, blah, yada, yada, right? The other class, same bio, same credentials. They say he's wonderful, he's excellent, but sometimes he can be a little off-puttish, whatever how you say it. He also can be seen rude. He can also maybe be taken a little bit arrogant, right? And but he's still wonderful and excellent. So the teacher comes in, teaches, the university comes back in and gives the class a survey of what they thought about this professor. The people who got or received the letter that said he's a little off-puttish, however you say it, that he's a little arrogant, that he's a little rude, when they filled out the survey, they said that he was a little off-puttish, a little arrogant, a little rude. The people that said he's the most kindest and polite guy, when they filled it out, they said he was the kindest and polite guy. Why did that happen? Because they had already adopted a set of beliefs about this professor before he got there. And now the lens in which they seen him, that's how they seen him, because they had the mindset that this is what and who he is. So even though they sing the exact same presentation, the pre-frame helped them to see differently, same words, same mannerisms, same gestures, same everything, but the adopted mindset, the adopted pre-frame, the adopted set of beliefs that they already had about him mean that they seen him differently. So how is that applied to now, to having a wealth mindset? There are some pre-frames, some set of beliefs that we have about wealth, about money, about business, about investing, about credit, about budgeting, that are absolutely wrong. They're absolutely wrong, guys. And I can't say it any other way. I can't put it any other way. They're absolutely wrong. So what do I mean by this? All right. I can give several examples, right? Let's deal with the easy one, right? You're going to go to school. You're going to get a job. I'm sorry. That's not it. You go to school, you get good grades. Because good grades are going to let you get into a good college. A good college is going to let you have a good income. A good income is going to allow you to have a good family. And a good family and good income is going to let you have a good retirement. That's what we were taught. That's what we were sold. That's what many of us did. How many of us did that work for? I'll wait. That was the pre-frame. And because we adopted the set of beliefs, we then did the things that it took to get the good grades. Set expectation. We did the things that it took to get the good grades. We missed some phone calls. We missed some games. There were some things we sacrificed in order to study, right? We made new friendships based on these sets of beliefs. There were certain circles we ran in based on this set of beliefs. Then we got into the college and we lived the college life based on this set of beliefs. But the wrong pre-frame, the wrong mindset will lead to the wrong results. How many of us were told that credit was bad? Don't go out there and get them credit cards. Right? Well, credit isn't bad. Credit is a tool. It's like saying a hammer is bad. It's like saying a knife is bad. It's a tool. And depending on how you use it would depend on if it's bad or if it's good. I can build a house with a hammer. I can cut a steak with a knife. But I can also use both of those as weapons. They're tools, just like credit. But we were taught that credit was bad. And then nobody has ever shown us the pre-frame or the frame of how to take credit and build wealth. Most people, can't say all. Well, credit lets you buy inventory for a business. Credit lets you get lower insurance rates for a business. Credit will let you get a lower bond. Credit will also let you get lines of credit so that you can actually do payroll. Credit will allow you to buy property, right? These are all leverage that we can use to build wealth. But if you don't have good credit, or you did not know how to use it correctly because of the set of beliefs that we had, well, how do we ever get there? There are so many different sets of beliefs that we must now question, because the reason that we are not getting the output that we want is because the input is wrong. And if I want to change the output, I must then change the input. If I want to change the mindset, I must now adopt a new set of beliefs about wealth and about money. Because the set of beliefs that we kind of embraced, well, they're not working. They're not working. So all this week, we're going to be talking about a wealth mindset. All this week, we're going to be deprogramming a lot of that stuff up out of us so that then we can actually go and start reprogramming some things into us, because our frame and our pre-frame has been wrong, and it's actually set up a set of beliefs, and that set of beliefs actually made us who we are, and that who we are made the decisions that we made, and the decisions that we made has now brought about what we have now. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Nobody, hear me, nobody woke up one morning with a set of beliefs. I want y'all to think about that. Nobody just woke up one day and just had a set of beliefs. Nobody. What happened was that somebody told you something and you adopted what they told you as a set of beliefs, and that set of belief actually set a pre-frame in how you seen the world through that lens. It actually, now it changes what you do, what you see, who you are. Well, actually, who you are and change what you do, because what I'm doing is based on that set of beliefs, and then I get a result. I don't want to just come in and say, this is what you do. That doesn't work. I want to change who you are by changing what you believe. And then you will automatically do things differently and do things right. But if I can't ever change the belief system, I'll never get the results that I want to see you have in your life. That's really it. So guys, this week we're going to be talking about, pre-framing. We're going to be talking about mindsets. We're going to be talking about some of the myths that we believe about money, about investing, about credit. We're going to be talking about all of these different things and actually begin to destroy each one of these mindsets. And then we're going to rebuild a mindset to where we can now see, now watch this, because I am different, I see different, and I do different, and I get different results because I am different. Because I'm different, I do different, I see different, I now have different results. But it starts with the set of beliefs. So, what is a wealth mindset? It is a lens that we have adopted, or a set of beliefs that has created a lens that we have adopted in which we see the world through. What is a wealth mindset? So let's change it. That's just a mindset. A wealth mindset is the a set of beliefs that we have adopted about wealth and money in which we see the world through. That's your wealth mindset. And some of them are bad, some of them are not as bad, some of them are average, some of them are good, and some people. But if you really, really want to get to where you want to go, guys, we got to start with the input and start putting different things in you that will now begin to shape and frame your world from an entirely different perspective. All right, guys, I'm in the studio. I got to go back and record so I can get this stuff done. But check it out. Go to financialmoses.com, guys. I'm giving away 1,000 copies of this book. Literally. Not just this one, but you get to pick, guys. You get to pick between the 7 books, guys, which book you actually want. You can pick this one here. Let's see here. Well, we have the property strategy, guys. This is where I gave away all the game. Like, literally, when I say everything, I mean everything. How do you actually get a property at a tax sale auction? Not a lien, not something that's going to redeem. How do I get a property that's going to be a good property, is going to actually give me good returns? Like, everything that you need is in this book, right? I might even come live a little later and actually read from that book, right? The next one is actually Guaranteed Wealth Unlocked. This is, well, I don't want the property, but I want double-digit returns, right? I want to get 18 and 16 and 25% interest rates. Well, how do I get that? You get that here, and it's guaranteed. And I show you how to get a guaranteed return every single time. Double-digit guaranteed return every single time. The strategy is in this book, right? Then I have another one that is over-the-counter strategy. That is, and I'm missing one. Oh, it's down here. All right, then over-the-counter strategy is how you actually go to the government offices and actually buy property over the counter. I don't want to go to an auction. I don't want double-digit returns. I want property, but I want property now. How do I go get that now? This is the states that you can do it in. Actually, how you do it. What you should do, what you should look for, and it takes you step by step through this process. Over-the-counter strategy. Then we have the fast track your wealth. Guys, Fast Track Your Wealth is literally the step-by-step guide on exactly what to do to get started. Like, when I say, like, step-by-step, it's literally going to show you step-by-step what you should do. All right? Then we have the untold truth. Guys, there's so many rumors and myths about tax liens and deed certificates that we don't really know what they are. So I'm going to tell you and start debunking or even confirming some of the myths that are out there. But not just debunking them, but I'm actually going to tell you the truth behind each one as well, guys. This is literally a really, good book. This one right here, guys, is actually one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites, because this right here is going to save so much time and money, because we have documented the top 20 mistakes that I've seen me or my mentees make over the last 8 years, and how much money has cost them, how much time has cost them, how much stress has cost them, how much pain has cost them. We documented those so that you will not have to live those mistakes over and over and over. And it's the 20 top, we call it the Tax Deed Secrets Uncovered, 20 common mistakes in tax lien and deed investing. Guys, this is wonderful. Now, because tax liens and deeds exist in every single state, a little different, in every county, every state in the country is different, guys. It's the state-by-state guide to tax liens and deeds, and actually gives you a strategy for every single state in the country, including tax code and tax deed code or tax lien code, and how the state operates, what the interest rate is. All those things that you need to know are absolutely right here, guys. Those are 7 books. And if I had wrote one book, well, then it would have been this thick. I didn't want to write a book this thick. So, guys, we broke it up into, some very smaller books. Even though this book is like 200 pages, this book is over 100 pages. This book is over 100 pages. This book is like over 100 pages. it's we still, I don't know. I pour more heart into these things, guys. Go to financialmoses.com, you guys. Go to financialmoses.com, guys. I'm giving away 1,000 books. 1,000 books. Just come to my launch party. Come kick it with me. We're going to be launching these on this Saturday coming up. I'm so excited about it. This Saturday, put it on your schedule. We got a live DJ. We're going to kick it. I know y'all saved. I know y'all sanctified. I know y'all full of the Holy Ghost. I am too. I promise I am. But we probably won't be listening to gospel music. We're going to turn up. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have fun. I'm going to give away books. I'm going to give away some other things that I won't discuss here, right? But we will have gifts. We will have prizes. We will have fun. I will tell stories. And yeah, and then we're going to actually watch us launch my book series, guys. We're believing to sell 10,000 copies of these books, and we're going to start. I'm sorry, 100,000. Excuse me, 100,000 copies of these books, and I want to start by sowing the first 1,000 seeds into you, just by coming to my launch party, guys. We're believing God for 1,000 people there, and you must go. You have to register. You must RSVP. It does not cost anything to RSVP. But you must RSVP because we only will have 1,000 seats available because we're only giving away 1,000 books. So go to financialmoses.com, go register, and I wish God's grace and blessings upon you. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow where we talk about the wealth mindset and start deconstructing so that we can actually start reconstructing. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.